RISAConnection utilizes interactive connection modeling and visualization, including 2D and 3D views for the creation of a variety of steel connections. In this video, let's take a look at designing Canadian connections in RISAConnection. So let's get started with our Canadian connection. Let's open a new model. In the Solution tab, you can set the reference codes to one of the Canadian codes. The settings and the options that are available to us are shown below. We have bolt group and weld group analysis methods, some of the options for rotational ductility and weld-based material thickness. We can choose to turn on and off. Some of these you can see is grayed out, and that's because it's really specific to AISC. We can also set up our units. So right now I'm just going to use the standard metric units, but you can also change your units to whatever you want. Next is the connection selection. On the left-hand side is the module window. So these are all of the available Canadian connections. I'm going to go ahead and open up the column beam direct weld connection. So this connection is solved. The reports give us really kind of a great look at what's going on in this particular model, and so all of these reports are expandable. So if I look at the geometric restrictions, we can see here that I can check our bolt spacing. If I go ahead and look at the bolt bearing on a beam web, we can see the equation that's being used. We can also see exactly the clause that's being used from the CSA code, which is listed up here. Then we can see all of the different kind of portions of that limit state filled in. It tells us exactly why things are failing, so if we come down here, all of these are passing, which is great, but then we have a failure down here. So we have a failure in the column web yielding, and so not only does it tell us, hey, it's failing because of this clause, but we can also see what we need. So we need to have a required amount of this number of kilonewtons, and what we're providing the system is this number here. Our unity check is basically showing us this number percentage is overstressed. There's a bunch of ways to solve the problem, but in this case, it's telling us, hey, either add a column transverse stiffener, or you're going to have to modify the column size. So I'm going to edit this connection and do that by coming over to our properties and looking at our transverse stiffeners. Say I want to add a transverse stiffener. Now it's going to go ahead and add those transverse stiffeners. Now in addition, the program has added all of the properties for the transverse stiffener itself. As you see here, we have the size of the stiffener and the thickness of the stiffener. Maybe we want to make it 12 millimeters just to thicken the stiffener up a little bit. And we can see all of this information now since we made that change in the connection model view. At this point, we reviewed the modeling tools available for Canadian connections in RISAConnection. For more information on other topics, please visit our website, risa.com.